Our next question, Jim, sent in to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Jake in Denver. On a fairly recent interview with Chris Van Vliet, I think, the Young Bucks said one of their remaining goals is to be considered the greatest tag team of all time. When asked who they think currently holds that honor, without hesitation, Matt Jackson said the Hardy Boys. He continued by saying the Hardys are the top money-drawing tag team that ever existed.
Now, wait, what?
This can't be real. Matt Jackson said the Hardy Boys. He continued by saying the Hardys are the top money-drawing tag team that ever existed.
Okay.
What is your assessment of the Young Bucks' claim that the Hardys place in tag team wrestling history? And what are your thoughts on the Young Bucks' delusional idea of eventually being regarded as the tag team greatest of all time?
Well, I mean, I understand why to them the Hardys would be the greatest tag team, because they've emulated them and themselves and patterned themselves kind of after the Hardys, even though the Hardys had height and more talent. But I'm not even sure if that's supposed to be a rib, or they just thought that, that nobody would know any better these days or whatever. But even Matt and Jeff would not say that they're the biggest money drawing tag team of all time, because they're not even fucking close. So greatest of all time is subjective. Some people would say the Road Warriors, because they were, along with probably Rocca and Perez, pretty close to the biggest money-drawing tag team ever. Or some people who like the baby faces might say the Fantastics, or the Rockers, or the Rock and Roll Express. Or some people that like the heels might say the Midnight Express, or the goddamn, Heart Foundation, or whatever the case. But I understand them saying, well, to us, the Hardys were the greatest tag team of all time, but it's ridiculous to say that they were the best box office team of all time. And they've never even said that. And nobody else has either. So I don't know where he's going with that.
Yeah, it seems a bit delusional and nuts. It is funny if...
And then we say of all time, I just mentioned just 80s guys that they might have some frame of reference of. But, I mean, then you're talking Bockwinkel and Stevens, and you're talking the fucking Graham Brothers and the Fargos and the Funks and whoever the fuck. So no, the Hardys are not the greatest tag team of all time. And even if the Bucks think they are, and that's not knocking the Hardys, because look at the competition. I just mentioned many names, and definitely not the best box office team, which would come down to, would you not think, the Road Warriors or Rocca and Perez?
Yeah, and the Road Warriors also had merch money.
Well, there you go, which is even better than fuck you money sometimes.
Rocca and Perez really weren't selling merchandise. Road Warriors had T-shirts, they had figures.
I was just going on ticket sales also anyway.
Well, I know. I think it'll be Rocca and Perez.
Not the money that they made, but the money they drew.
Yeah, Rocca and Perez first, absolutely.
Yeah.